The film opens with some people on a mountain who abruptly fall off while ascending. Following that, we seized Dallas, an American woman who lives in London with her boyfriend Alice, rarely communicates with her mother, and has never met her father. One day when she is traveling to her office, she sees a man, and although she is initially drawn to him, they don't speak. While the guy walks to the bookshop and Alice goes to her office, Alice struggled to concentrate on her work and couldn't stop thinking about that boy. She sees him from her workplace, and during her lunch hour, she visits the bookstore and follows the boy. After some time, the boy notices her. He calls a cab, following which she boards it and goes with him. A short while later, they arrive home. Alice has an intimate with the boy. When Alice returns home after some time, she feels bad because she already has a boyfriend and betrays her boyfriend. Alice tries hard not to think about the boy she met, but she can't stop herself. The following day, Alice visits the bookstore. Then she comes across a book published about that boy's life. When she asks about the book, the shopkeeper tells Alice that the boy's name is Adam. He was one of many that fell while climbing mountain. On that day, he saved 6 lives, which is why everyone views him as a hero. They published a book on his life, and after learning that Alice had purchased the book, the following day, Alice visits Adam's home and chats for some time, and then they get intimate. Following that, Alice questioned him about the mountain accident. Adam responds to her by stating that he is unaware of what happened because everything was okay despite the fact that there were no problems. Still, the accident occurred, that he still has nightmares about that day, as well as the fact that his girlfriend was one of the fatalities in the disaster. When Adam becomes a little upset, Alice consoles him and chooses to move in with him. Later, Alice returns home, breaks up with her boyfriend, and departs for Adam's place. However, a random girl unlocks the door when she comes there. Alice assumes she could be Adam's girlfriend and that he may have cheated on her. Meanwhile, the girl claims to be Adam's sister. Her name is Deborah, and this is her house. Alice then asks the girl for Adam's home address. Later, when she returned, Adam was not at home, which is why she began waiting on the bench outside. After a while, Adam comes and gives her a hug. They then enter the house and have a sexual encounter. The following morning, Joanna, a reporter, comes to speak with Adam. Alice meets her and prepares for the office. Later that evening, Alice visits Adam at his training center, where she speaks with Deborah, who is also on a trip to the mountains when they had an accident. Deborah tells Alice to try climbing. Deborah begins using her climbing safety equipment. Adam then tells Deborah to let him do it. Adam doesn't seem to have faith in his sister. Meanwhile, Adam and Alice were content with their living relationship. One day, Alice tells a friend about a romance with Adam, and her friend asks her that you already have a boyfriend and content with relationship, and she was simply attracted to Adam. Therefore, she ended her relationship with boyfriend. She asks Alice if she loves him and adds that a relationship will not continue long. On the other hand, Alice ignores her, and they go shopping. After they finished shopping, Alice and her friend planned to meet Adam when the thief took Alice's handbag and fled. Alice noticed Adam and stopped him just before he was about to kill the robber. At that very moment, Adam proposes marriage to Alice, and she accepts. The following morning, Alice receives an anonymous letter. It is said in the letter that she is unfamiliar with Adam but is consented to marry him. And why is he rushing so much? When Alice meets Adam and hands in the letter, he tells her to ignore it and believe him. Later that day, Alice and Adam marry at a chapel. Adam then informs Alice that he used to live in this town when he was younger and shows Alice's favorite locations. Later, Adam took Alice to a statue and urged her to change her clothes. When she began to change, Adam photographed her. They then go hiking and get intimate in the middle of the wilderness at a house. Later, Alice got a letter stating that she had made a mistake by marrying Adam. In the meantime, Alice believed the letter was coming from her ex-boyfriend. Because of this, she called him. However, one of her friends received it, and she informs her that they are now dating. That's when Alice realized someone else was sending her these letters, who wishes to inform her about Adam. At night, Adam and Alice went to a party where all of his friends were there. At the party, Deborah gave Alice a necklace. After a few days, a reporter called Joanna calls Alice at her office. She informs her that after she published Adam's interview, one of the girls called her and informed her that Adam had molested her a few years ago. When Alice learns about this, she asks Joanna and requests the girl's address, and she went to see the girl. Alice inquires about Adam, and she responds that she met Adam at a party a few years back, and he brought her to his house and mistreated her, and now everyone is calling him a hero while he is actually a villain. When Alice hears this, she becomes agitated and begins to doubting him. When Alice returns home, she sees a closed wardrobe, and when she opens it, she discovers some letters from Adele, Adam's ex-girlfriend. Alice began reading the letters, and it was written in one that she no longer wanted to live with him, mostly because he was an odd man, and she was was returning to her husband, Adam returns home while she is reading, and Alice immediately hides the letter. Adam becomes suspicious of Alice, but remains silent after a while after Adam leaves. When Alice returns to open the wardrobe, she is unable to find the key, since Adam has taken the key with him. At the same time, she received a gift when Alice opens it. She discovers her honeymoon gown inside, and in the note, it states that she still believes Adam. Meanwhile, Alice assumes Adam's ex-girlfriend Adele mailed her the letters. That's why she went to her house to speak with her. Her mother informs Alice that Adele has been absent for 8 months, and neither her husband nor her friends know where she is. Alice then notices Adam in a group photo and discovers that Adam was good friends with her. After a while, she notices a photo of Adele with a statue, same as Adam did when she was changing her clothing. Alice then begins to suspect Adam of murdering Adele. Later at home, Adam confronts Alice because he believes she is having an affair. Alice then shares with him the information she learned about Adele's and told him that she went to her house. Alice also asks him if he killed her. Adam responds that he has not killed anyone and admits to having an affair with Adele, but now he just cares about Alice even though she doesn't accept him. She makes an excuse to use the restroom, then get out of the house. When Adam follows her, Alice hides, and when he is gone, she runs to the police station and reports that her husband had murdered a woman. The cops asking for evidence, and she doesn't have any. That is why the police were unable to help her. And then Adam appears at the police station and informs them that his wife is missing. He also claims that he had a fight with his wife, and she fled the officer. Then informs Alice that Adam is not capable of murdering someone. Alice could see Adam through the glass, but she couldn't see him later. Alice seeks Deborah's help since she doesn't believe Adam, and she admits to her that she had doubts about Adam as well. Deborah informs her that she doubts Adam is to blame for the mountain accident because they use high-quality instruments that do not break easily. She goes on to allege that Adam seduces and then murders women that day. He murdered others in order to kill his lover. Alice then speculates that he may have murdered Adele and interred her beneath the statue. Following that, they proceed to check Adele's body. On the other side, Adam visits Deborah's home and discovers a picture of Adele with a statue, which leads him to believe that they may have visited there. He also follows them. Meanwhile, Alice and Deborah begin looking, and after a while, Alice discovers a girl's body buried beneath the statue as well as a necklace similar to the one Deborah gave her. And she understands Adam did not murder her. Deborah murdered Adele. When Alice confronts her, she admits to killing Adele, and she was responsible for the mountainside accident, and she claims that it was necessary for her to murder his new lover because she has had a crush on Adam since she was a child, and she believes that no one can steal Adam from her. Deborah goes on to tell that she had an intimate with Adam in front of the same statue when she was a child. Since then, she has killed all of his women, and now she must kill Alice. And then she assaults her. Adam appears out of nowhere and saves Alice. He informs Deborah that everything that transpired between them as children was a mistake, and he doubted Deborah that she had killed all those people, which is why he never trusted her. When Deborah learns that she is going to attack Adam, Alice shoots her with a flare gun and she dies instantly. Cops arrive and arrest Adam, separating them after 2 years. Alice sees Adam at the airport but does not speak to him. She tells herself that if she hadn't met Adam that day, perhaps her present day would be different. Movie ends. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like. It really helps the channel. Thank you for watching.